It's Sandip Agarwal, fund manager and co-founder of Sowilo Investment, joining us right now. Just to give us the last word, Sandip, apologies for keeping you waiting. It was that kind of a conversation. But you heard these two gentlemen talk about the space emerging. Your last word on Indian IT. And if at all what Mr. Damodaran is saying comes to pass, what happens to Indian IT that is now transitioning to more AI adoption?
Hi, good afternoon, and thanks for having me on the show. So I was listening to both the gentlemen, CP I know for a long time, and even Venkat. So both had a point to make. But let me, I think the most relevant part in the whole discussion is how do we participate in this, and what is there for Indian IT services in this. So I was also listening to Fractal Analysis CEO in another channel today morning, and I agree more with him. And I would say that out of the three layers, right, we will have a very big plate there in the application enterprise and to some extent in the foundational layer. Because, on hardware, I will agree with what CP and Venkat both have said. We cannot have only, the return analysis because the infrastructures are built for next 20-25 years. So, this is my thesis, which I have been saying for last 14-15 months, that hardware boom has come after 2 decades. Last we saw in 2003-4. After that, there has been no big hardware spend which has happened. So all the softwares and products which you are running on almost like 4 or 5 decade old hardware. So that needs a replacement, and that cycle has come in form of AI after 2022, and that is the reason you saw that hockey stick growth in the Nvidias and AMDs and all. And you also are seeing a follow-up growth in the foundational players like the Anthropic and the Microsofts and the Grok and all of them. And I think, in the third leg, which should happen in my view in next 6 to 12 months, you will see a big growth jump even in the service providers to this foundational players, which is primarily Indian IT services and the Accentures of the world. So I think this is the way it will play out. And I am very clear of one view that, you can't always calculate return on investment because infra spends. And that is the reason, most of the countries, the government has to participate in the infra part of the spend because no one wants to take that kind of risk and commit that kind of capital. So AI is one such infra based on which a lot of companies will operate and make money. And I'm sure that, there will be a lot of Amazon type of companies which will come out of this round of spend. Not necessarily the hardware players will remain big for long.
Yeah. Got it. Sandip, thank you so much, first of all, for waiting patiently and giving us that, concluded answer that we needed to end this show perfectly. So thank you so much for taking out the time and giving us that perfect answer. But I think the debate still will remain alive, and we'll have to wait and watch out for as to how the AI race pans out, especially the Indian version. But do let us know your thoughts and comments on our YouTube channel in the comments below. What do you think as to who will win this race? And with that, completely out of time on this edition of Profit Insights, but do stay tuned. More news and updates on the other side.